That last Eagles-Giants game might have been the worst game the Giants played all season. So what is the one thing that has to change if you guys are going to turn it around this weekend?
Just continue to do what we've been doing, putting it together on all three phases. And I was really looking back on my career. I was trying to think of the last time that we beat the Eagles, and I know that they've been giving it to us. So it's time for that to all turn around. Same thing I've been saying. We got to win all 6 games that we have left. It's gonna be the goal. It wasn't like a joke when I said it. Like I really believed it. But it starts one day at a time, one practice at a time, meeting at a time, all that good stuff. And then when we get to Sunday, to come out and do what we have to do.
You talked about, just going forward and trying to win games. Is it psychologically possible for a team to have somebody else's number, to have a hex over another team that you psychologically have to get over?
I'm not a doctor or a neurologist or whatever I don't know. But I just know that it's on our minds. It's on my mind for sure. For the new guys who are just coming here, like Jamon, and then people who haven't gone down to Philly and played them Giants versus Philly. It's a fun experience. The fans are very nice, very welcoming, and it's going to be a battle. We're both battling. They're battling to get in our division first place, and we're battling to win our last 6 games, and whatever happens after that is what happens. So we just got to come out and we got to bring it to them, the way that we've been doing the past couple weeks.
Does it bother you, the one-sided nature of the rivalry? You said it's on your mind. Does it bother you? It's been like how it is?
Of course, it's Philly. And they've been beating us. I don't like losing, period. So it doesn't matter who it is, but just the nature of it. Philly, Giants. It can't go on forever.
Why do you think it's been the way it has been?
I couldn't even tell you that answer. They've just won those games. That's all I can really say. I don't know if there's something specific. I don't know what it is. But they've just come out with the wins.
What do you tell Saquon about that atmosphere? He is kind of from there, but he's now not, on the home team or in the Penn State crowd there.
Yeah. No, he doesn't need to worry about it. It's all noise. This dude's incredible. It doesn't matter where we're at. He's gonna go out there and ball. So Philly, they're gonna have to stop him. The crowd's gonna have to stop him. The team's gonna have to stop him, and they're gonna have to stop us too. We got to come out and bring our best game.
How much would a win Sunday add to the momentum you guys have? I mean, to snap that drought against them and it would then be 3 in a row. I mean, how much do you think how big would that be for the momentum you guys have started to build?
I mean, if it wasn't Philly and it was any other team and we won, it would be, crucial for us right now. We got to win all games, no matter who we're playing. I don't care who's in front of us. The goal is to win those games. It may feel a little better beating Philly in division. I understand it, but it's more important to be beating anybody who we're playing,
They got a pretty beat-up secondary. Do you even know some of the guys back there? I mean,
to be honest, it's hard to do a scouting report on them right now because of the amount of injuries that they had. Jalen Mills with the foot, Darby with the AC. It's a lot going on right now. That's kind of more up to the coaches and what they game plan and how they're going to attack the DBs, if they're going to attack the DBs, whatever we're going to do. Just find a way to win. We got a good opportunity here to win. Even though we watched the Saints beat the Eagles like that, you can't really ever take this team lightly. This is Philly, and they always play their best against us, I feel like.
How do you approach that going against guys that maybe weren't on the roster 3 weeks ago? I mean, how do you view that?
I don't care if they're on the roster, highest paid, rookie, 12 years in, I'm going to approach it the same way. I'm out there to beat them on any route I can, block them when I get the chance, and score on them anytime I can. I'm out there to win on everything. So it doesn't matter who it is out there.
Is there one loss to the Eagles that's kind of stuck with you the most?
When we were, I think it was my 3rd year, we were 11-5. I think we lost to them right before week 16, before going to play Washington week 17, and it took us from having to play in Green Bay to having to play somewhere else. We would have won that game, we would have clinched, or it was something like that. So that was probably the one game that if any of them, I mean, that was probably the one that I would say.
What about the big kick last year?
He made a 63-yard field goal. Like, you can't do nothing but tip your hat to him. As I was standing there, I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, it's over. Hoping that it would have fell short, and I would have for sure went left, gone back right, or went right, gone back left, and tried to score. I've been there before, so we had the opportunity. I mean, like I said, that one doesn't hurt as much because, I mean, he just made an amazing kick.
Do you think it's, like you said, it's going to change eventually? I mean, they've gotten, a 63-yarder. I mean, do you think it's it's time?
It's time. Time's now. We got 6 more games, 2 down, 6 left, so that's what we're focusing on.
So do you feel like you guys have been building something the last couple of weeks? Just whether it's confidence or whatever it is, just you seem to be doing a few things differently since the bye week. And
We just been putting it together on all 3 phases, I mean, to keep it real, we only won the game by 4 points and 3 points. Some of the losses we had were by 3 points and 4 points, so it's just finding ways. Like I said, we've been in these close games before. We know what it's like when it's down to the nitty-gritty. Young Shep. we know what it's like when it's down to the nitty-gritty, so we just found a way to pull them out.
you were a few days ago. You were talking about, or after the first win, running the table. How difficult is it to not keep your eye? I mean, obviously the focus here is the next game, and that's what Pat's constantly preaching. But how difficult is it not to look at yesterday and see the result go a decent way for you? And get it, you got Philly coming up on Sunday. You got a chance to tighten it up even more.
Exact words weren't run the table, but it was win 8 games in a row, and that's the goal. Regardless, I don't care who beat who yesterday, any of that. If we don't handle our business, none of it matters. We need the Cowboys, the Redskins, and the Eagles to lose all their games for the rest of the season, and we need to win all ours for the rest of the season. But at the end of the day, if we don't handle our business, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. So our focus is us and beating the Eagles this week.
How are you better than the last time you played them? You played them in what, week 6 now? You're 5-6 weeks later. What's different about you guys?
I think it kind of goes back. We just playing well on all 3 phases. We're not starting drives inside our own 20. Corey's doing a good job of giving us field position, 40, 50-yard kick returns, putting us – it's different play calling when you're there and not backed up. We're doing that. We're running the ball well. The O-line – the O-line's really been the difference. They've just come out and done a phenomenal job the past 2 weeks. And run blocking, protecting for Eli. Eli's making throws, and like I said, it's just all 3 phases. Defense coming up with 4 turnovers. Everybody's playing at a higher level.
Did you see that graphic yesterday? Did you watch the Washington game, the Cowboys game?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I fell asleep. That food had me.
They put a graphic up of the remaining NFC East schedules, and they didn't even have the Giants listed. They only had the 3 teams.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want it any other way. I've been doubted all my life. We're being doubted, but we're standing strong together, and we just keep it pushing. It makes it for a better story, when they leave us out of it, and then it's like, wait a minute, we're right back in it. So none of what I'm saying matters. None of what we're asking matters if we don't go out and win Sunday. It's all about going out there and winning. So that's the goal. That's what we plan on doing.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Odell, today's the 4-year anniversary of the catch. Do you ever reflect back about how much things have changed? And
I really forgot about it.
yeah,
No, honestly, anytime someone hand catch comes up, anything comes up, and you hear the talks, and it's funny when people are like, oh, he's only this one hand catch and blah blah blah, but yet anytime a catch happens, I'm compared to it. So it was a moment that obviously changed my life forever, for better, for worse, whatever you want to call it. It changed my life. So there's no way that I can ever forget about that moment. I can tell you, I mean, I remember the smell of the stadium. I remember it all. So it's a very, very special moment.
do you like being the standard against which all great catches are compared against? Because that's kind of what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's bittersweet, because I think my career is much more than one catch. But it was just a very iconic moment. It was just a very prolific moment in my career. So I don't mind getting tagged on Instagram, seeing a bunch of nice catches. It kind of gives me motivation to do something crazier.